What's going on, guys? It's your boy ZakNoC here. Glad to see you on this beautiful Sunday morning. What's happening? I hope you're staying hydrated. I hope your week has been going fantastic. I know my week has been going fantastic. This is my last week of my university semester. My last term paper is due tonight, which I'm not finished. So I gotta wrap that shit up as soon as I am out of here. So we are not doing the beat challenge today, as I'm sure you guys know, because we only got 2 entries so far. So now that my semester's over, I'm going to try and throw in an entry, maybe for the next feedback show. And then Space. We need to get Space back in business. How are you guys doing this morning? See a couple of folks in the chat. Good afternoon, Ryan. Hello, Cliff, Blood. It's good to have you guys in here. I agree. Everyone fucking killed it. Yeah, shit. I guess I'll just shoot the shit for a couple of seconds while we wait for a couple more people to jump in here. I was on Discord. I think, where's Jester at? He's playing Rocket League? Come on, bro. Don't you know I have a show at this time? Come on, bro. Yo, someone get Jester off the Rocket League for me, all right? Oh, yo, good morning, Cliff. I'm glad that I got you out of bed, bro. I'm glad that I got you out of bed. Congratulations. Yeah, Blood, right? Fuck this guy. What's his problem? What's new with me? I guess I'll spend a couple of minutes waiting for him to get off Rocket League. Yeah, last week of the university semester, it's going well. I thought I was gonna get shittier grades than I ended up getting. I got some pretty sick grades on my last couple of papers for some other classes, so that's pretty cool. I trimmed my beard for the first time in like a year. No, it's not actually like a year, but my beard is hella short now. I've been losing some weight, so I wanted to kind of show off the face gains a little bit. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm vibing with? Staying hydrated. It makes a difference. I'm telling y'all. All right. You know what? I think Jester is a little too glued to his Rocket League right now. That's okay. We are going to get right into it because we have got some sick fucking entries this week, guys. I am not playing around. You guys all brought it. We got messages from Cliff. Nah, bro, I'm still in bed. Jester just needed to play some car soccer, bro. Also, congrats on the grades and the beard and the weight loss. It's awesome, bro. Yeah, cheers, man. It's all good vibes around here. Sorry for, like, beaking you guys, or not beaking you guys, but going off for the first couple of minutes about what I got going on. I also woke up pretty recently, and I'm tired as hell. I had to make myself look at least a little pretty for you guys. So, yeah. But as I was saying, there are some incredible submissions this week. I kind of broke what I usually do, which is funny because I didn't actually write down my feedback this round. I just kind of made a playlist out of all you guys' entries, and I kept listening to them throughout the week. Hey, he made it! Yeah! How was Rocket League? Did you win? What was the score? What was the final score on that match? Let me know. But yeah, we had some amazing entries this week. I think everyone brought it. I don't think we've ever had this many people try and put together a full track with the beats. That's like a big... That's like a big shout out to Broken Twins. We Need a Beat, Different Bus 2005. Shout out to the God, because he really made people work this week, and there was some like really cool full tracks coming out from what we had. So you know what, I thought that it would be nice to kick it off with our friend Different Bus 2005, also known as Broken Twins, also known as We Need a Beat Productions. This week, the last cipher entry number 4, it was won by our boy Different Bus, so he chose the beat, and he so graciously chose to donate a beat of his own that he made. And he chose the theme, Explain Why You're the Greatest Rapper Alive. I know some people went super direct with that. I know some people made it a little bit more abstract and kind of say it without saying it. But all in all, we had some amazing stuff go on this week. So without further ado, we're going to kick into Broken Twins / We Need a Beats / Different Bus 2005's entry. It's called Greatest Alive, produced by We Need a Beat. Let's get into it. I love this instrumental.
Call me the greatest alive, cause only the strong survive. Bringing the bars to kill and know that they cannot revive. Foot on the pedal, hand on the clutch. I got to drive. I'm in the booth, hand on the mic. That's where I thrive. JB, I'm bringing the bars ahead of my time. I live up in Mars, I feel like I'm living again. This shit is bizarre. I break it down like mechanics with cars. Lung full of weed, I'm holding the scars. Fuck nicotine, I'm smoking cigars. Look at the haters, call them preserve. I got the head in the jar. Big boss call me King Kong. We can go back and forth like it's ping pong. Catching y'all haters now like it's ding dong. Fixing the problem now cause y'all been wrong. mouth is. Y'all blowing smoke for the views, they allow this. Adding the fake in the gram in your houses. Up in the club with your phone, now that's where the clout is. Call me the greatest alive, cause only the strong survive. Ring is the bars to kill and know that they cannot revive. Foot on the pedal, hand on the clutch. I got to drive. I'm in the booth, hand on the mic. That's where I thrive. I already said it. Y'all are pathetic. Know that I'm great. I heard it on Reddit. Bring me your song. You know that I did it. Step up to me, you'll probably regret it. Your music gets out, but nobody get it. You might catch a wave if only I let it. I got the bar so high. You know that I said it. I murder my beats. You got on repeat. I ain't the one that you cannot defeat. I'm stuck at the top. They call me elite. I'm putting the work. I got the receipt. Went back to my city. They gave me the keys. My music is sick. I got the disease. I get so high when I smoke on the leaves. Greatest alive. I do this with ease. Call me the greatest alive, cause only the strong survive. Ring is the bars to kill and know that they cannot revive. Foot on the pedal, hand on the clutch. I got to drive. I'm in the booth, hand on the mic. That's where I thrive.
Banger alert from our boy. God damn, y'all. I heard that shit and I got very, very excited. Yeah, it's crisp as fuck, right? Again, you guys have got me like working for this feedback this week. I think that everyone kind of brought it in such a distinct style on their own that there's not really like something for me to point to that's all like, oh yeah, this kind of is like trash. This isn't working. This is garbage. But like going into what we got going on in this entry, I mean, like just taking a quick peek at the lyrics and stuff like that, like it all comes together really, really well. Just like a lot of the other entries this week, I think there's a really sick hook on here. Really adds like a certain head-bobbing nature to it. The mix is crisp. I do have to say that Bus's mixes always kind of hit for me. It always goes really well. And I loved the integration of those like extra sound effects that you threw in there. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure. I know that in an old version of the rules, I said not to do that. But honestly speaking, I liked it so much that if you guys want to do it in the future, just do it because I think it improves the song. Like having that kind of extra little bit of like that race car sound effect when you were talking about like shifting the gears or whatever. Had the gun sound effect come in right before you went off on the chorus. Like it was really solid, man. I really enjoyed it, and I don't even really know how to like critique it in the sense of like. Like who, like it was working. Like the package was there. Yeah, like what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you got in here for our boy Different Bus 2005, also known as Broken Twins, also known as We Need to Be Productions? Because all in all, like this sounds like you could throw this shit up on streaming and it'd go pretty okay. I mean, the only things that you can do are like focus on the fundamentals. Like you could have maybe, I don't know, like weaved in some kind of like crazy fucking references to this and that, or like some double entendres, made the rhyme pattern more unique. Yeah, but like that kind of insinuates that what's going on right now isn't fire, and it is. I think that this actual kind of package and presentation worked pretty well. You know what? The one thing I think I might have done is I might have had a couple more ad libs in there that kind of bounced around a little bit. I know that. Here, yeah, okay, there you go, yeah. So there was I did notice that too. There is sometimes some timing things that could be cleaned up. I don't know what you guys use for your stuff, like for your DAWs and stuff like that, but I use Logic, and Logic, I have a couple of tools to get timing right in Logic. The first one is built into Logic. It's called Flex Time. That allows me to kind of drag vocals so that if something's just falling a little bit off beat, it kind of like allows me to retime that a little bit. I just drag the waveform and it kind of fixes it. It's kind of hard to use, but once you get the hang of it, it's solid. So what I'll usually do is I will like flex it as needed. Like I'll flex the vocal as needed so the timing for one of the layers is perfect. And then I have this other plugin that I use called Vocaline Project 5. And what I'll do is I'll record a verse again, and like another layer or two, and then I'll get the vocal line to time it exactly to the one that I perfected, so it doesn't sound robotic. Because sometimes flex time can make it sound a little robotic. So that's actually a strategy. Cliff doesn't even know this yet, but Cliff and I are working on this track called 30 Under 30. And he sent me some vocals for 30 Under 30 the other day, and I was playing around with them. And there was there's a previous version that he sent me And just to let you know, Cliff, this is news to you. I haven't mentioned this yet, but the version that he sent me a couple of weeks ago, like the end of March, it had timing issues. However, the cadence was really dope. So what I actually did is I preferred the cadence of the March 20th take over the one that I got a couple days ago. So I took the one I got a couple days ago. I used that as a guide track in Vocal Line Project 5. And then I timed the old vocal to the same timing as the new vocal. So it's like the new vocals timing, but the old vocals cadence. It's like I get the best of both worlds. It's not a super expensive plugin, and it's super versatile, guys. So I actually highly recommend it. If you guys are into that sort of thing. That's a great way to clean up timing. And then let me just take a look in here at the audience feedback. So Blood Red, yeah, you brought up a good point about, yeah, Cliff, that I highly recommend Vocal Line because I use that on yours. I'll send it to you after, actually, how I've been working on that. And I agree, yeah, short show, which honestly, guys, I kind of need. Like I said, I got a term paper due at 11:45 p.m. tonight, and my entire day is going to be that after this. Yeah, Jester, high key, Vocal Line is super useful. Blood, yeah, agreed, those sound effects were nice. My one critique was for the theme. I feel like there could have been more bars about being the greatest. Oh, Jester, you're going to hate mine. Yeah, that's okay. And I'll talk a little bit about, actually, I'll play mine next and then I'll talk about this a little bit. Yeah, actually, you know what? We'll drop that in here. Hey, I don't know who wants to line up. I don't know who, you guys can drop it in the chat if you're interested, but me and Cliff need to do a podcast episode before the month is out. If one of you guys wants to come on as a guest, all you need to have is really just like a cell phone. We don't really need much more than that. I mean, the audio would be better if you had, like, obviously a proper mic and like a webcam and shit. But if you got a cell phone with a solid internet connection, we can bring you on the show. And if you'd be interested in talking to us about, you know, some of the ways you do things, sharing some knowledge about like plugins or about production, about whatever else, if anyone's interested in coming on, me and Cliff, we would definitely entertain a guest. So Jester, I see Ryan's calling you out and saying you got some knowledge to share. If you are interested in coming on and talking to me and Cliff on a live stream sometime soon, definitely let us know. Send me a Reddit DM, send me a Discord message, whatever works out. But yeah, we'd love to have you on. And that goes for anyone else in this chat too. If anyone feels like they want to come on, they want to have a conversation with us, they want to show us their beautiful faces for the first time, then you're more than welcome. We'd love to have you on. But yeah, shout out to Different Bus 2005. And here's the thing is, like, this isn't even me, like, not getting to the feedback and, like, having some shit to say, like, last minute. I listened to these throughout the week, and I really found a certain level of love for the approach for each and every one of them. And I think that they actually were approached pretty differently flow-wise by a lot of the people in here. So shout out to all you guys. You all killed it. I'm super proud of us. Let's get on to the next one. I will play mine, which Jester is going to hate. But yeah, that's the vibes. That's the vibes. That's okay. I can deal with it. Alrighty, what do we got? This one is by Zach Tovin, also known as u/XVI or XVI Music on the subreddit. Also known as ZakNoC on this fucking live stream. What's up? This one's called 6 Feet. 6 Feet, r/NoCNotes Cypher 5, produced by We Need a Beat. What's up? I really like this song, actually.
Tove on the track today. They finna pass away. Ain't no attack, I'll be cracking your ass to the Mac, call me Cassius Clay. Rappers is acting, only ballin' in masquerades. All of y'all lyrics is lacking, my fans be unpacking my raps for days. Y'all better back away. Y'all finna pass away. Y'all told me the gap is swagging it. Bad shots for your bitch and I'm backing it. Get the bag in your ass and we packing it. Let me show you sad ass where the action is. On this God level ain't no accident. Spent 13 years hella passionate. Blood red told me NoCNotes with a dope ass that really slap getting traction in. Oh bro, if you want that smoke, I hope you know when I snap in the pacifist. Yo, I kill it on tracks in the class from my raps from my city on the map. I'm an activist. Sipping Tove on the track today. They finna pass away. Ain't no attack, I'll be cracking your ass to the Mac, call me Cassius Clay. Rappers is acting, only ballin' in masquerades. All of y'all lyrics is lacking, my fans be unpacking my raps for days. Y'all better back away. Y'all finna pass away.
That's all yours, boy. I did not ignore the theme. I knew I figured I was gonna get a call out for it though, because I definitely, yeah, okay, I thought that flow was hot too. I definitely did, man. It was tough. I'll explain this first and then I'll get to Jester's accusations. But the count-in on the first 4 bars of this beat, like, I wish fucking Twins was in this chat so I could, like, call him out for it. I don't know what he did with these hi-hats, but, like, every single time that I would try and, like, count in to start that first hook when I was recording it, I would always come off 1 beat late. And it's something to do with how the hi-hats hit in, like, the front end of the beat. So, like, I noticed all of you guys, when you were doing your hooks, you all started after the beat dropped at first. And I was, like, the only guy who started ahead of time. And that's because I realized that, like, I just had to start, like, 1 beat further back and then, like, time it. It was weird. I'm mad at him for that, but I got it working. As far as my theme ignore, nah, I didn't ignore the theme. I just didn't, like, you know what? I was trying to be, like, cool about it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to be so overt where I was all like, you know, I am the greatest alive and here's why. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's some cats who went in that direction this week and did very well at it. But I just think that, like, some more braggadocious kind of digs in there and, like, kind of just being like, I am this, you are that a little bit more was kind of the vibe for me. Yeah, it was like, see, that's the thing, is that's why I said at the beginning of here, it's like there's some folks who, like, really went hard with the theme and, like, really stuck to it directly, and there's some guys who went a little more tangential with it. But I do think it's a worthy critique. There's definitely more I could have done to stick it, like, directly to the theme, for sure. But, like, it's that kind of midsection, that, like, kind of in the middle where it's, like, more of a braggadocious track. I was wondering if I fell on the wrong side of that, admittedly. But you know what? I like what I put together here. So just to let you guys know, I recorded this one very differently to how I usually record. This was, I used a vocal, like, layering technique that I used to use, a lot before I learned how to compress properly. I used to have this real, like, intense issue where, like, all my compression sounded like shit. So to get off on that, like to get away from that kind of issue, what I would have done is what I usually used to do is I used to layer my vocals. I used to do a layer, like a main, and then I used to do one that was panned left and one that was panned right, but they were 3 separate takes of the same thing. And then I would use Vocaline to line them up, and it made the vocal always sound a lot more full and almost gave it like a chorus effect, but like a super slight chorus effect, not the ones that you usually get out of, like, some random plugin. So I did that for the hook to try and make it pop more. I did that for the verse to try and make it pop more. I went with, like, some friggin' Griselda-ass ad-libs and shit, and I did all the layering, which usually on these ciphers I keep things a little bit more sparse because I try and focus in on the bars. But what I did this round is I really wanted to kind of focus on the overall sound of things. And actually, I know for a fact that I'm not the only one who did something like that this round. I know that I heard Blood's entry, for example. Blood, instead of doing his usual, he's got, like, all sorts of bells and whistles going on in that vocal mix. So, like, you know, it was one of those beats that really, like, prompted that. Taking a look at the chat. I didn't ignore nothing. Yeah, thanks, Terrence. I appreciate that backup. Ryan, yeah, and I we'll get to your entry as well, but my guy. I got some stuff to say about that one too. It was very cool. Hold on. Okay. I want this mix and critique. Hit me. Yeah, could have opened up the vocals more. I think the dark feel was good, but it might have been too dark. Okay, yeah, I have a tendency. Thanks, Terrence. But yeah, like, Cliff, I have a tendency to bury my vocals a little bit more. I think it might be these headphones' fault. All the layers sound a lot louder in these headphones, and then I go and I sit in the car or something, and it, like, sounds completely different. Like, I was playing around with some of those vocals that you sent me for 30 Under 30 the other day, and, like, I had the ad-libs mixed in a way. I was okay, low-key, I was wondering who the fuck Terrence was. I love that. That's fire. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Cliff. I'll definitely, I gotta get over that. I gotta get over that kind of vocal burying situation. That's mad funny. Yo, Terrence. That's a fire name, dog. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm not on a first name basis with many of y'all. I think you guys only know my name is Zach because it's, like, in my fucking all of my stuff. Shit, I got to my name is Zach and then I got Cliff. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. We finally got a name for one of the jesters. Fuck's sakes. All right, well, I hope you guys like 6 feet. I can't really give myself as much feedback, really, but Cliff, I appreciate you coming out, man. I always try and find something to chew out about your shit just so you can be as amazing as possible all the time. Oh, that's why the T in Jester's capitalized for Terrence. That's fire. I like that. I dig that, man. That's a vibe. I'm sorry. I'm tired of shit this morning, y'all. Ugh. All right. We cool? We cool. Zach failed letter F when it comes to the theme this week. But it's a dope track, so I don't fucking care. And me and Cliff are actually going to be merging our entries. To my understanding, we got permission from our boy Bus to merge our entries together and make a track out of it. And we're going to drop that on streaming too. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, y'all. All right. We going to get into another one. We are going to get into Cliff's because it makes the most sense after I just talked about how we're going to merge the entries and make a track out of it. All right, here we go. This one is from our boy u/Maggothead96 on the subreddit, also known as our boy Cliff, in the chat, in the tunes, in the places that are not where the Reddit is. Fucking word. We're going to get into Cliff's entry. It is called Self-Made, produced by
Yo,
We
you
Need a
know it's a
Beat.
wild question
Number
when
2
you
in
ask
brackets.
a human being what
Let's
makes
get it.
them the greatest of all time. Because, well, I mean, realize this. Most people don't believe they're the greatest of all time. Me, on the other hand, I ain't even spent 12 months in the game, but I gotta give advice to the vets. Why should I flex? I write 20-minute 16s just to give these other rappers a chance. Sorry for your L in advance. Most couldn't polish my throne. Infinite flows that I own. Speed it up, slow it down. Cliffy still rides beats home. 6 bars, mine's already blown. Should I go on? What's there to say? Yet to drop an album, already feeling self-made. Cause I stayed being humble while my peers call me great. While I switch the flow like, oh, wait, step the fuck out my way, Must have found the wrong lane, Not looking to play, Wrong field, wrong game. So like I said, why flex? I'm infinite with my heat, bitch. Well, yo, heat just lasts 1 sec. Bar for bar, get checked, bitch. Money stacks, what's next? 20 mil in my mattress, and I'd still sign my own checks. Cliff,
Woo! All right. This one was a fire one, and I know my chat agrees. I haven't even looked yet. What's good? Yeah, that one was wet as hell. I'm gonna pour water on my fucking laptop for that, bro. Shout out to Cliff. Shout out to my boy Cliff. Yeah. Nah, appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you for showing me love. But also, we got to show this love to Cliff, too, for an amazing entry. Definitely what I would consider the most, like, outwardly lyrical entry of the week. For sure. I love how the flow is played with in here. Those get the fuck out my way, like that shit has been stuck in my head since I first heard it, like on your previous version of this. I love those like kind of slips into this and that that you got in the flow here. You definitely, like, out of everyone on the theme, I'm gonna say it right now, I thought that this was the most direct kind of take on the theme, and it's really tough, admittedly. Like with a theme like this, it's tough to, when you go super thematic when it comes to these ciphers, and this calls back to like my days on like the Making Hip Hop subreddit. You can get way too focused on making it perfect for the theme, and then you kind of like miss making it a great verse or a great track. What Cliff did is he managed to take a theme that is usually very lyrical miracle, only put some like lyrical miracle sprinkles on that bitch, and then like really pull out some super cool flow elements too. The one thing that I love about Cliff, and that I love about working with Cliff, and I love about Cliff's verses, is he has this like effortless kind of swag about him. Like there's just something, there's like a certain X factor that I've struggled to put my finger on for a long time that makes like Cliff one of my favorite people to listen to and work with. And that's coming out in spades here. It's the personality of it. Like it's beyond just the fundamentals of making music. Is Cliff doesn't allow a track to come out that doesn't showcase his personality in a really wicked way. And this is a perfect example of that. You listen to, you know, sometimes like, I don't know how much you guys are into like, I don't know, like I guess Eminem's a good example, you know, to a degree. I mean, I feel like Eminem's kind of overhated these days, but at the same time, he's also overhyped by other people. It's that the thing that like makes his earlier tunes so different from his later tunes is in his earlier tunes he had this charisma about him, and now he kind of comes off as a bit unlikable. In a lot of degrees, he kind of like comes off as a little bitter and not necessarily like, you know, the class clown like he used to. Cliff kind of does a really like wicked job at doing the lyrical miracle shit without falling into the like lyrical miracle cringe trap, if that makes sense. And I always love listening to his entries for that reason. For this one, I think the ad-libs could have been louder. They sounded a little quieter in my headphones. Those little background layers. I think you could have had more of that. But all in all, like, yeah, I mean, I think that for what the approach on this one was, it was a really wicked entry. I really, really appreciated it. But, you were the first person to submit, too, for the week. It's not your fault that you didn't have a hook on there. I wasn't anticipating literally everyone to have a hook either. But I wrote that Tove on a track today, and it just kind of went from there. And then everyone started like dropping hooks in there. It was crazy. I agree. We got some goat curry in this bitch for sure. This subreddit is goat curry indeed. Also, just actually gonna take a quick shout out to Blood. We're gonna get into his next. That was a reference to the title of his, which I really super fuck with this week. But before I do that, I'm just going to send some love to our boy Ashton, also known as 80 Rocky on SoundCloud, also known as Friendly Purchase 82 on the subreddit. Homeboy's just got some real life shit he's dealing with right now. He's not going to be in the ciphers for a bit, but he's staying in contact with me. We're making sure he's okay. Just sometimes like real life gets in the way, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Ashton. We are here for you, homie. We are looking forward to your return, and we hope everything is good with you. Everyone drop some love for Ashton in the chat, so he'll see it up here after the show. But we are going to get into Blood's entry now. His is called Goat Curry, and it lives up to his title, bro. It's produced by We Need a Beat Productions, also known as U/Different Bus 2005, also known as Broken Twins sometimes. We all got lots of names. Let's get into some heat. We got another full song for y'all. I think this might be the longest entry this week, if I can copy the link properly. Let's see what's up. Okay. This is Blood Red, Goat Curry, produced by We Need a Beat Productions. Don't forget to drop r/NoCNotes cipher in the title, bro. I want my plug too. Y'all ready for some heat?
About to make me go off on them. Ain't gotta prove shit, bitch, I been on it. I've been running shit since I was kids. Always was and still the best that ever did it. I shit immaculate, this is about having the skill that I'm capable of. Has power until I encounter a rapper that's worthy of power enough. I am the best of this shit that there ever will be or ever was. So many fucking goats in existence that I'm finna be serving some curry for lunch. How the fuck you talk so much shit yet still manage to be saying nothing? I've been in the game since y'all was children, you motherfuckers must lack gumption. I stay real, you can stay stunned. I ain't need to impress no one. I spit with purpose, your shit ain't working. If your feelings hurt, bitch, take a number. About to make me go off on them. Ain't gotta prove shit, bitch, I been on it. I've been running shit since I was kids. Always was and still the best that ever did it. This is the victory lap on your asses, my lyrics be saying incredible. Y'all shit is knitting the shit that I'm saying indelible. Words that I write in the night become seminal. Half of the time I can't even remember them. Heavy a pad and a pen and a beer, and God disappears, bitch. Cause you let the devil in. I can't stress just a little effort that it takes my ass to get rapping like this. Sorry, double D-I-S-T-O-P-H-E, the guess is the best that ever lived. For my lips even get to flowing, I know these other rappers' confidence did. So how the fuck you call it competition when I ain't even gotta play to win? About to make me go off on them. Ain't gotta prove shit, bitch, I been on it. I've been running shit since I was kids. Always was and still the best that ever did it.
Y'all. Okay. This one is a super lit one for me this week. Mean mugging on my porch, bro. Mean mugging in my garage. I am out here. Oh, first time hearing it with headphones? Yeah, the panning on there is fucking nuts. Like, he's got some serious, like some solid panning going on. Some like really like I mentioned this earlier, but he went way more intense with the mix than he usually does. Just like I did with my entry as well. And fuck, dude, it like turned out so sick. I like really liked this one. Um, so I'll start with that hook because the very first thing that came into my head was like that Lil Ugly Mane, that kind of like Dirty South, like chopped and screwed kind of like just. It took me back to a time. It took me back to that era of those like fuck, what's the name of those covers? Like the covers with all the jewels and shit and like the fucking bad Photoshop. Like what are those called? They have a name. I don't know. It took me back to that sort of shit. Like if you look at like the Savage Mode 2 cover, that was like a modern take on it. But like it reminded me of that like fucking chopped and screwed like fucking Dirty South shit. And god damn it, blood. I hear Luda vibes too. Actually, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. I love this entry. I love this entry so much. I thought that both verses were like really solid takes on the theme. They were more direct than mine were, while like Cliff also managing to prioritize making a great verse / song first. But that hook, I can't fuck around with, stuck in my head the entire week. Like I could not get it. Like about to make me go off on. Like it's just, oh, man, yeah, exactly. No Limit, Cash Money, Louisiana shit, 100%. And blood, I want to hear more of that from you, please, because it's like hella fun. Can you just drop like one mixtape with that sort of thing, please? Just go like full on, just 11 out of 10 over the top with it, because like you ride over that sort of thing so well, man. Critiques, the only critique is I have to pull one out. Does come down to the timing of the vocals, and I between the layers a little bit. So like when I was mentioning vocal line earlier and flex time and those sorts of things, when there was like one or two sections where like the back underground, like the underneath layer didn't quite match up with the over layer, which actually in a way kind of does call back to that same sound I was just bossing up. But I think it could have cleaned up just a little bit, because I feel like when you're doing that, you've either got to do it a bunch or it sounds out of place. And like that was the thing, is there was like most of the layers were matched up pretty much perfectly, but there was a couple in there that just fell slightly out of time. Vocal line could have cleaned that up for you really quickly. I think, fuck, how much did I get my Vocal Line Project 5 license for? I think it was like $79 US. But it's worth it. Or like getting some kind of retiming plugin. And that's just me nitpicking, because I have to say something mean, otherwise everyone's gonna get all fucked off about it. No, I'm playing. Everyone here is like the most solid vibes ever. But like for a full track, blood, I haven't heard too many full tracks from you, because you keep all of your amazing talent close to your chest. But fuck, dude, this was a great one. This was a really wicked one. It follows a really dope and storied hip-hop tradition that I like a lot. And it was just a fucking treat for everyone in here. I'm like, this is just gonna turn into like the fucking r/NoCNotes weekly knob slobbing show at this point, honestly, if you guys keep doing this well. Because I'm not gonna have nearly enough to tear you guys up about. I need to give you guys like a Death Grips type beat or some shit for the next one, so we can like, I don't know, someone can do trash. He's like, I don't have enough to talk about in these anymore, man. You guys are all getting so crazy. Like, I want you all, actually, if you have time, go back and listen to like the r/NoCNotes like volume 1 cipher that we all did, and just listen to that and then compare it to what we're doing right now, guys. The improvement for some of these cats is going to blow your mind. What? Wait, Ryan, you've been feeding blood trap beats and he's just sleeping? Okay, homie, come on. I need that. Okay, you know what? You and Ryan need to DM after this. I want an EP of like 4 joints like that. No, you got. No, I don't care if it used to. It needs to happen again right now. I want some blood joints that sound like some Dirty South, like No Limit, Cash Money, Louisiana shit, as you said. That sounds like my vibe. Please, give the people what they want, blood. Give the people what they want, Ryan. All right. Speaking of my boy Ryan, is that I think Ryan is our last but absolutely not least this week. Let me just make sure I got everybody. I got me. We're good there. I got Cliff. dope. I got Bus, dope. I got Red, dope. And then yeah, it's our boy u/zero bothers on the subreddit, also known as SVG, also known as our boy Ryan in the chat. Let's give some love to our boy Ryan to close us out this week with a very unique take of his own. Take a listen. It's called Humble Guy, produced by
No,
Weedy.
I was thinking about this cipher a lot, right? And for real, like, I mean, I'm just a chill dude. I'm hella humble, but like, the more I thought about it, shit ain't really that bad. I be acting hella humble till I get in my bag. Never been the one to brag. When I really think about it, I be fucking up a track. When my mind focused, my brain storms like a swarm of locusts. I'm the illest motherfucker if you haven't noticed. I drop gems, fed lines from the burning bush. Some say it's divine, but really I'm just smoking kush. Easy mode on your hoes, I would say that I'm the shit, but that's too much on the nose. Surrounded by the talent, but I'm flushing y'all commodes. Embarrassing my peers with the time that I devote. Bitch! Shit ain't really that bad. I be acting hella humble till I get in my bag. Fuck it, now I'm mad. Get the fuck up out my face before I knock you on your ass. Light skin, yay, without the wild takes. I'll tell you why I'm like this, then proceed to beat the fucking brakes. Fuck the fake. Think it's Dolly from the shit I paint. Can't tell you who I am, but you can guess what I fucking ain't. I drag my balls on these dolls. Sneaky Link got me rapping in my drawers. She in the other room and she wanna give me jaws. Pulse for round 2 and she wanna get it raw. Shit ain't really that bad. I be acting hella humble till I get in my bag. Never been the one to brag. When I really think about it, I be fucking up a track.
Okay. So I just want to give it to my boy SVG, give it to my boy Ryan. I loved the approach on this joint. I love that you slow down your verses, bro. Like, I actually love hearing you and like really the way you like enunciate like what you say. Your flow and your cadence are like perfect. They serve it so well. I also, like Jester, really enjoy the play on the theme. And like, yeah, right there, Cliff, slow down and let you hear the murk. Absolutely. That fucking Sneaky Link line had me cackling the first time I heard that shit. I loved it. Okay, getting into the hook. I actually really liked how the hook was mixed on this. I think it could have been a little bit louder, but you have that. The only reason I say that is because the verses were a lot louder than the hook was. But I really liked the way that you mixed the hook. Like the effects that you were using on there gave like a very cool fucking vibe. I think that the mixing on the verses could have been a little more outside the box, considering how outside the box the hook was. And they could have been a little bit quieter to match the volume of the hook. But the actual like mechanics of the rapping, the verse itself, the approach to everything was fucking lit. Like, I kind of like, fuck man, I'm like trying to think of a way to like get us all on like some kind of like to rework this joint so we all have a spot on it. Cause goddamn, dude, this was super sick. Yeah. And you know what? Mixing is like a thing. I mean, me and Cliff have been talking about mixing a lot these days, just because he's been learning so much. Like in the past 2-ish months, like Cliff has gone absolutely apeshit on learning how to mix like rap vocals incredibly well. And for fuck's sakes, dude, the dude outpaced me. Like I've been learning how to mix for like 2 years, and homeboy just destroyed me in like no time. So like it's one of those things where if you put the back into it, you can definitely mix it a little more. I think Cliff might be able to chime in with some recommendations as to specifics. The one thing that I noticed about the verses and the way that they were mixed is that they seemed really dry. Didn't seem to be like a whole lot of reverb on there. There wasn't really like much going on in the terms of like space, and creating that sense of space is pretty important, especially when you're approaching a joint like this. You have like a very like laid back cadence that I like a lot, because you come off as so effortless when you're rapping, but the bars are still impressive as fuck. It goes back to what I said about Cliff. With his personality, these two verses brought so much personality to the table, And then like the hook just scratched my itch for like weirder sounding kind of outside the box hip hop that I liked it a lot. Yeah. There you go, Jester. Yeah, subtle delay on the vocals could add a lot for sure. So this is another one where like I love how it was written. I love the approach to the song itself. I think that it's just mixing critiques really. Play around with it. I actually wouldn't even throw this one in the trash, y'all. Like jeez. I don't know. I gotta think about it. How we can get it, like, maybe turn this shit into a posse cut or something. Because I think everyone really fucking killed it this week. That's like 2 weeks in a row, y'all. We had some crazy stuff go on last round. And now, once again, everyone's just bringing their absolute all. Here we go. Yeah, so Cliff has been like studying. He's been like a student for the past couple weeks. So I'll read this out for anyone who can't read on the YouTube video. The verses could have used more panning on the ad-libs and doubles to give more space, but the mixing is subjective, bro, and my ideas are just one idea and a million more ideas from some others, which is a great point as well. When I'm talking about reverb and those sorts of things, I mean, yes, creating a sense of space is important, but sometimes, who knows, maybe a dry vocal works out perfect. There's other joints that I've done in here where I purposefully use as little reverb as possible just because I think it sounds better. I think it sounds more like what I'm trying to do. So it is a subjective process. It's just, like I said, for me personally, the verses seemed a little bit dry. And for verses that are that hard with that much fun, like kind of... there's a lot to giggle at. There's a lot of personality involved, and it was a very unique approach. Like, I mean, compared to every single other dude in here who did it, that's a 140 BPM beat. And you rocked it back to like, you half-timed it to like 70, essentially. You were like approaching it like a 70 BPM beat. I could not rap on a beat that was 70 beats per minute if I tried. Jester, no reverb on mains. You see what I mean? It's all subjective. Yeah, absolutely, dog. And also there was I don't know if you guys saw it in the subreddit, but Bus posted a book that he read that helped him a lot with learning how to mix. I don't know if you guys know how to use Base 64, but I may or may not have found a copy of that book on the subreddit, which may be able to be downloaded, possibly not for a fee. So if you guys need any help with that, you just let me know. But if you're trying to learn how to do some more mixing stuff, there is that post from Bus on the subreddit right now, and there is a Base 64 code in there where you can access that book. So maybe take a look at that. I was planning on doing some of that after I get done with my term paper today. But guys, that is all the entries that we have this week. We are going to do the beat challenge next round. Hoping I can get Case to throw a beat in there, and then I will throw a beat in there myself. Maybe I can get Bus to throw a beat in there, and we can have a really, really wicked go at it for sure. Some closing notes. Yeah, Blood. Okay, so Blood doesn't fuck with the reverb on the mains either. That's okay. All right, Zach doesn't know shit. No, I'm playing. 70 BPM. Stay tuned for Hollow Chest. The song is 72 BPM. Oh, you bought the book. All right, shout out, Cliff. Way to go, bro. Fucking gang. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this round. A little bit of a shorter show this round just because of how, this and that is going, but it is what it is. I have my other responsibilities I got to get to. And before I go, I'm gonna just kind of come out and say it. The feedback shows are gonna have to be rescheduled to Sundays from now on, which I meant to mention at the beginning of this show, but totally forgot until just now. So I'm gonna have some real life obligations on Saturdays at 9 a.m. And I will be at least an hour away from home when those obligations end at 10 a.m. So I won't be able to host the shows on Saturdays anymore. So I'm just going to permanently reschedule them to the Sunday spot. I hope that's okay for you guys. Okay, yeah, awesome. Works better for Jester. I've had Blood in here for them. I know Cliff used to watch the feedback shows at work. I know he has Sundays off. So I mean, I think Sunday works a little bit better for a couple of folks. So yeah. The Cypher schedule is going to change a little bit. It'll probably be, whatchamacallit, Ryan, the one, 1 p.m. for you is 10 a.m. for me. So that I was talking in Pacific time. But yeah, anyways, back to the point. The feedback shows will now air on every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, night at 10 a.m. Pacific. I will see you guys in here for the next one. I love y'all. As always, a really wicked time hanging out with you. Stay hydrated. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Share with your friends. If you got rapper friends, if you got producer friends, if you got general musician friends, even if you know like a singer, like an opera singer, I want to hear how an opera singer does one of these ciphers, y'all. So talk to the people in your life that you know. Bring them into the NoCNotes family. Take care of yourselves, guys. I love you all so much. Stay hydrated. We'll see you for the next one. Peace.